Right, I think I am ready to rock. So let's just make sure that everything is ready. And I think I am ready to rock. Right. So let's just make sure that everything is ready. Okay. So hopefully, so yep, good. We got first hello. Hi, Lena. So Lena, just confirm you can hear me, please. That would be awesome. And then I can rock. Hey, Rena. Perfect. All right, let's see if we can just get some of these ladies on here because I'm going to do the whole tech thing and stuff. So hopefully I'm ready to rock. So ladies who are here right now, if you're early, just kind of tell me what you want to get out of today's session. Like what are the questions that you've got that you want me to answer? That'd be really good. So if you just comment below with the questions you want me to answer, and I'll hopefully answer those. So I think we're all good now. Cool, really can hear me. All right. So ladies, what's the big question that you want to hear or get answered today? Just comment below with your questions, and then I'm gonna rock. So yeah, I'm excited. Woohoo! So this is the part two that I was going to do the other day, but obviously technology thwarted me. So I'm gonna just dive in and just rock your worlds, ladies. All right, cool. So just ladies, just comment with the question you want me to answer. How do I get started? Okay, cool, got it. Awesome. Okay, so good question from Lena. How do I get started? Find it hard to plan. Okay, cool. Really good questions, Lena, so far. Any more? Hey, Don. Okay, so Donna's there as well. All right, I'm going to try and make this work now. So I'm going to try and rock this so that I can see the comments and yeah. Okay, cool. I'm ready to go. All right, ladies, let's do this stuff. Okay, so we've got some interesting, hard to stick to plan. Okay, cool. All right, ladies. Woo! Oh, we got Hey, Donna. Right, cool. Let's wrap this up. Right, so I'm gonna share my screen. Woo! Look at that. That's a bit sexy, isn't it? All right, ladies. So the plan is to show you how to drop up to 25 pounds of fat in 90 days with my 3M method. All right. So first of all, I just want to say, look, I'm saying up to because I'm not the sort of person that's dishonest. And he's saying, you know what, if you do this, you're gonna all drop 25 pounds. You might not drop 25 pounds, right? You're all different and individual. But if you follow this, I've got numerous examples of where I've coached people, and in the 3-month period of working with me, 25, 24, 15, 20 pounds would drop. Donna, you should come on the coaching calls. You'll see all the professional stuff there too, right? Fancy from Lena. Woo! I know, check me out. I'm like flossing. Cool. All right, let's rock this, shall we? Hopefully this will work. Cool. All right, so this is me, first of all. I'm a parent to a 17-year-old, so I understand how parents are. I'm a nutritionist, personal trainer, coach. I have a podcast, and I guess ultimately what I do is help women get strong, confident, and healthy. So just in case you don't know who I am and you haven't seen me on the interwebs and stuff, this is for those ladies who are watching this back, and this is what I do, right? Now, I'm full disclaimer, there's a little bit of a belly. I've just come back from being out for 5.5, nearly 6 months with an Achilles tendon issue. So hey, I'm carrying a bit of puppy fat, but it's coming off. Cool. All right, ladies. So just comment, right, and let me know that because I'm writing this little slide here. So here's the thing, ladies. I don't think actually any of you really care about the £25. Like, honestly, I think if I asked you, these are the things that are really important. Yeah, you want to wear your skinny clothes. So comment if any of these, come to you and you're like, yeah, that makes sense to me. You want to get your energy. You want to walk around with confidence. Like, you want to feel like the person that you want to be. You don't have to hide. Yeah. You want to get naked with the lights on. Like, who doesn't want to get naked with the lights on? Yeah. You want to be able to play with the kids and the grandchildren without dying. Yeah. So just comment and just let me know if any of these are your sleep. Yep. If any of these are important to you and if they make sense. And here's a big one, right? So I had a client, and I've had a few clients tell me this before, right? And they said, Greg, do you know what one of the big things for me is that I hide in pictures with my family because I feel self-confident. Okay, and that really, really, really spoke to me as well, because I kind of feel a lot of people, the ladies, you hide at the back and all that stuff. And that, to me, is all of this stuff here is more important than the weight. Okay, so if you agree with that, just to say agree, just say you agree. All right. And I think the real big thing is this, ladies. Like, so many of you have failed with diets before. Yeah. Like, so many of you, I know in this group here, have tried all of the diets, all of the fads. The average woman I've heard it quoted as like 45 diets or attempts at dieting by the time they're 45, which is crazy. So I think the big thing for all of you is that you want to believe in you. So just let me know if that will make sense. Yeah. Cool. I got it, Rena. Awesome. I think most people are thinking it's going to be all tactical stuff, right? Cool. All right. These are all the things you probably tried before. Tell me if I'm wrong, or add your own if you want. But you've tried extreme diets. You tried personal trainers. You tried waist trainers. You tried 6-week plans. You tried meal plans. You tried skinny teas. Yeah. You tried the slimming clubs. Like, who's tried a slimming club in here before? Like Slimming World, Weight Watchers, all of that stuff. Yeah. You tried boot camps. You tried I'm going to go all military and I'm going to do burpees all the time. And that hasn't worked either, right? I think there's one more. And here's a real big one. Oh, someone said fat burners. Here's a really big one, ladies. A lot of you will try the gym. And yeah, Donna said Weight Watchers. Like, I'm not knocking the gym. In fact, I trained today. But I'd argue that 90% of people in the gym don't really have any structure, are confused about what they should be doing and when and how. Tell me if I'm making sense. And I guarantee that 90% of members at my local gym stop going after about 5 to 6 weeks. Like, honestly, like, who just hit the heart button if you have got a gym membership, you've got all excited, and within about 3 or 4 weeks, you stop going. Just hit the heart button if that makes sense to you. Yeah, Donna, total 100% facts. Because it's hard, right? It's confusing. You don't know what to do. There's no plan. It's just like, do random stuff. And I'm going to tell you a little secret, ladies. I'm going to tell you a little secret about gyms. Real big one. Like, everyone loves a £20 gym membership. Yeah? But when it comes down to it, £20 isn't really enough for you to put skin in the game to actually go. £20 is, you look through your bank balance and it's like, it's only £20. I can still tell my friends when I go to the pub, remember the pubs, I can still tell my friends when I go to the pub that I have a gym membership because it feels cool. Who's done that before? Like, you said, oh yeah, I've got a gym membership. And it's like, you're really only fooling yourself a little bit, right? I'm sure that's happened. Yeah? So, I forgot fat loss supplements. Like, really big one. So, in fact, there was a real study Exactly, Donna. If you're self-conscious for the gym, you're not going to go. You're going to go, and it can be intimidating going in the weights room. The irony is where probably most of you need to be. Cool. All right. And a lot of you tried fat loss supplements, Juice Plus, Herbal, Strife, all of that stuff. Like, if you've tried like a shake or something, just hit the heart button so I know how many of you have tried all the shakes as well. Or the ketones, skinny coffee, all that jazzmatazz. And it's interesting. There's a study just come out that showed that fat loss supplements actually have no clinical effect on weight loss. Who knew? So I've been talking about this for years. Got it. All right. Cool. So I'm going to tell you a little keto sprinkle tea. Well done, Sarah. Yeah, Cedars is cool. I think I know Sarah goes to Cedars gym. Yeah, it's all right. It does the job for where it's at. That's all good. Right. So I'm going to tell you some lies that the fitness industry and the weight loss industry tells you. And look, ladies, you don't need to exercise for hours a day. In fact, I would say that for most of you, exercising less but training more is probably what you need to do. Does that make sense? Yeah. Exercise less, train more, and when I say more, train effectively instead of just spending hours and hours in the gym. And that's a real big one. Yeah. People think you need to do loads and loads of exercise, and that's how you get results. Ladies, this is the one that always gets me. Can I just get a thumbs up if you are an individual woman who is not, unless you have a twin, who is not the same as everyone else? Just put a thumbs up in the chat. And yeah, so I think we all agree that you're all individual ladies, right? You're all individuals. You're all ladies who are different in any way. Your lifestyle's different. Your genetics are different. Your family history is different. The circumstances that you live in, how you work, is all different. So why does everyone do the same diet? Crazy, right? So this is what happens. You get sucked into the one plan that's going to get you the results you think you want, right? Hey, Tan. But what happens is you're following the diet that Shelly down the road is using. But you're not Shelly down the road. You're Matilda up the street with a different set of circumstances, a different history, even shop at different places. So why would you have the same meal plan diet? Doesn't work. Okay? You do not need to cut out food that you love. Donna says because we're all sheep. You don't need to cut out everything you love. Okay? That is a myth that needs to go away, needs to die. I think everyone who has tried that fails. Like, let's get some interaction, ladies. So, how long would you last, or have you lasted in the past, when you've been told you've got to cut out bread, you've got to cut out chocolate, you can't drink alcohol anymore? How long did you last? I'll wait. I'll wait. How long did you last, ladies? Like, I'm sure that I tried. What did I try? Butter and coffee and all that shizzle. Yeah, didn't work. Okay, so Tan says a few days. Sarah says not long at all. Less than a week. Yeah, like it's human nature, ladies. Jojo, a few days. Human nature. Almost, it's that thing of if I tell you can't have it, you want it more. Look at little kids, right? What do? How many times do you tell them, don't touch the iron? It's happened to me, right? Don't touch the iron. What do? Hand on iron. My mum said, good, serve me right. But my mum's harsh. Hey, true story. All right. And the last thing I really just want to point out is that every named diet in the world does exactly the same thing, is to get you into a calorie deficit. That is all it does. Whether it's sins, points, cutting out a nutrient, all of it is designed to get you into a calorie deficit. Nothing more, nothing less. That is all. But it's marketed as some magical thing that's going to do it for you. No. In fact, I know plenty of people who are doing things like Joe Wicks right now. In fact, one of my clients that I spoke to this morning was saying that she did Joe Wicks, so she used to train with me when she was over in the UK. She's moved to Ireland now. She tried Joe Wicks for a while and then rang me and said, Greg, I can't do this. Her meals were coming up as like 2,500 calories. Yeah. Hey Sarah, calorie deficit, it's science. And until we get our heads around it, that energy balance is the most important thing, nothing's going to change. Exactly. And then, just as Donna's commented there, I just want to say, like, Donna's got a slightly different scenario. And again, this is where the individuality comes in, that we've got Donna doing a slightly different protocol to maybe some other clients because she has an individual circumstance that warrants it. Yeah. But she's got me helping and coaching her through it. Yeah. Cool. Any questions so far, ladies? Does that all make sense? Trying to make sure that I'm getting there. But the one thing I really want to say, actually, I've missed out one, haven't I? Exercise burns fat. All right, ladies, I really want you to get this out of your head. And you've seen the results I get with my clients. I don't want to put percentages on it because I hate this thing like it's 80% diet and 20% exercise. I don't want to. I don't like doing those things because it just makes it too black and white when it's not really black and white. The human body, biology, psychology is not black and white. It's blurred, right? It's a little bit grey sometimes, etc. However, exercise for the most part doesn't burn fat, and actually, I'm not going to geek out today, that's for another day. But if you actually look at it, like burning fat and losing fat are two very different biological functions. And what has happened is that the diet industry has told you that exercise burns fat. Yes, it does burn calories. The problem is it just doesn't burn as much as you think it is. Okay. And as I've spoken about before in talks that me and Leanne I've done on my podcast, fat is energy. The easiest way to start getting into a calorie deficit is not exercise, right? A lady about 65 kgs is probably going to burn about, 130 calories in about, half an hour running or something. I can't remember the numbers. That is easy to eat in a bowl of pasta. Like you can eat that in a bowl of pasta in about 5 minutes. Yeah. When your pasta's like that big. Yeah. So, ladies, Sarah, here's the thing. I'm not going to geek out. And I tell you why I'm not going to geek out. And this is the really big issue for everybody. We spend so long geeking and we don't take action. Because I reckon, and I'll be honest with you, if you, in this group, I'm going to tell you now, ladies, I know there's obviously some new ladies to this group. I reckon I've posted about 1,000 different posts around nutrition and stuff in here. And most people just take up information. The ones that get awesome results are taking action. And that's why I'm not going to geek out. Is the honest truth. Like, I'm not going to geek out because I don't think it's needed. Because what happens is we spend so much time collecting information, we just hoard it, right? We're just like, yeah, more information, more information, more information. Oh, I don't know what to do now. And then 6, 7 months, 8 months down the line, you're still not taking action on the thing that you needed to do. Yeah. Here's a question for you, ladies. how many of you spend hours reading articles like the best exercise for fat loss, or eat these foods to lose weight, or any combination like that? I guarantee most people are doing that. Most people are looking for these headlines, and it's not your fault. Again, it's marketing and psychology, because if they put that conversation in your head, then you're gonna be like, "Ooh, what am I missing? Ooh, it must be a special thing that I'm not doing." When actually, let's be honest, most nutrition is eat your vegetables, calorie deficit, water, protein, in different ratios depending on you as a person. Does that make sense? Any questions? Oh, I should have got some water. Mouth's dry. Any questions, ladies? Hey, Tan. So this will be recorded, and yeah, it should be live. I'm hoping that it stays live in the group. It should do. So Tan, it will be here in the group, and you can listen back to it. Got it? Cool. All right. So, ladies, here is the missing piece to this. Okay, this is why I have the 3M like philosophy, methodology, all of this stuff. And any of my clients who are listening to this, like Donna maybe, will know that I try not to spend lots of time giving my clients lots of information. That's not what they're here for. They're working with me to take action and get results, right? So here's what the 3M means. I'm just going to break it down. So first M is movement, okay? So that's your strength work, your mobility, daily movement, fitness, cardio, flexibility, all of those kind of things, yeah? Make sense? Just give me a thumbs up so I know that it makes sense. Cool. All right, the second M is metabolism. So that's your nutrition or your diet. Diet has a bad rap. I really hate the fact that diet like gets such a bad rap. I might say something in a minute that might be tough to hear, but I think if you're going to try and actually make changes in your life, you need to hear it. But I'll tell you that in a minute. I'll come back to it. So, well done, Sarah, on getting the movement down. So, nutrition, hydration, sleep, rest. And when I say rest, it's something I've introduced to my clients recently. It's called Dr. Quiet. And it's about having stillness and time to actually think, and rest and engage in the brain. Because most people just attain rest with sleep. Yeah, but we weren't created to move all the time and be doing stuff all the time, etc. Yeah, so that's metabolism. There's probably a little bit more in there. There's micronutrients and all the rest of it, but just for the purposes of this, I'm gonna keep it simple. Right, here's the big one that all of your personal trainers, all of your 6-week plans, all of your fit tees miss out on. Me, that's you. Okay, and if you listen to any of my clients and they'll talk to you, here's the thing that is the issue. Most of you are scared of failing. I'll say again, most of you are scared of failing because you failed before. And I'm going to tell you a little secret. I'm going to geek out a little bit. Your brain doesn't actually really run the show. Everyone's like, oh my God, it must be. No, your brain doesn't run the show. Your nervous system and your subconscious are what really run the show. The brain is the processing bit in a real sense of it. Your nervous system and your subconscious are what run the show. And this is why people like get hungry. Oh, I'm going to eat everything in sight, because their nervous system and their subconscious is saying, well, you're hungry, go eat. Yeah, but people don't understand this stuff, so then they start blaming me, going, oh my God, it must be me, it's my fault. However, number two, there's habits. Like, the reason why most people fail is because you're trying to override this nervous system and subconscious all in one go. Who's tried that before? Who's tried this? You get up in the morning, you're like, right, it's Monday. I'm going to eat smoothies all day. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to start jogging. I'm going to be clean eating. I'm going to try the 5K app, all the rest of it. Who's tried that? Who's tried that on Monday? And then by Wednesday, what happens? What happens by Wednesday, ladies? I'll tell you what happens. You give up. And here's a fundamental part of what I do, because I think a lot of people don't really understand what I do. If you notice, I don't really talk about exercise too much in this group. Yeah, there is a reason. Because what I realized many moons ago was that personal training wasn't working for my clients. Me turning up, making them sweat, and yeah, they'd get fitter and they get stronger because they had a proper training plan in place. But what I realized was it was the other 23 hours that I needed to impact most. And I can't do that in an hour in the gym. So what I realized is that the me bit is the bit that personal trainers, nutrition plans, all of this other stuff gets wrong. And that's why people struggle to start. So to Lena's question earlier, she wanted to know how to get started. That's the big issue. Rena's question on finding it hard to stick to a plan. Well, when it comes to food and nutrition, a plan isn't what's going to get you there, which is why none of my clients have a meal plan. But I don't do meal plans for my clients because they don't work. We've tried them before and they don't work. Tell me I'm wrong. So, when you work with me on the 3M method, this is what happens when you join the dots between the movement, yeah, the metabolism, and me and the mindset. These are kind of the results you get. Now, I think we can say that we've got some amazing results here. There's more. I could just wheel them out, but I just want to illustrate the reasons why, and I'm gonna highlight a really good point here. Terry down the bottom worked with me since she started working with me at the end, just the beginning of the very first lockdown. Okay, cool, because we had some unpicking to do. Seema, she probably worked with me starting a couple of weeks after, like about 2 or 3 months, maybe a bit longer after that. Still working with me now. Sarah on the far left, she started working with me at the end of January. So you'll see that most of these ladies are working with me for a while because, let's be honest, ladies, if it's taken you this long to get started, to get out of the woods, and you've walked so far into the woods, then guess what? It's going to take you a while to get back out. And wanting instant results all the time is the issue that you have to get over. But once you understand your values, which I mentioned before, yeah, values, then you start building the motivation to actually get the results that you want. Am I making sense, ladies? Hope I am. Cool. So, here's the thing, ladies. If you work with me, I want you to understand that it's not necessarily just about the exercise and training, because it's all the nutrition even. This is what you get. You get health. So if you look, Seema, notice, so Seema, you saw the picture of Seema there. Her skin's noticeably clearer. She's getting less headaches. Woo! Nikki, first time in ages, my weights have gone up because she has an amazing program, because she's got belief in herself to get it. Laxmi's like 50 something. I won't tell her age. I feel great, stronger and younger thanks to you. Got me thinking positively. Got me thinking positively, because I think that's the most important thing. And my whole mindset has changed because of working with me. Asha, you make time for us. Yes, I'll make time for my clients if they've got questions, whatever they need, I help them. Sejal, brand new. She's just started working with me. Her husband's noticing more energy. She's an inch down already, and she's now got focus in her training and her nutrition. Doesn't feel bad anymore. Chloe Mercedes Bailey, she started working with me. She worked with me for 3 months. Started at a size 16, and then got back into a size 12 small jeans, and she can still get them on despite having worked with me. What was it, last year she worked with me for Revolution, so June, July last year. So, ladies, do you want the 5 steps that you need to do all this? Comment yes, or just actually no, comment 5 if you want me to reveal the steps that you need to do this, and comment 5 and I will reveal the 5 steps you need. So I'll see if anyone wants it first before I reveal it. The big reveal. I'll make it quick though, ladies. I've got my group coaching call in a minute. All right. Here's what you need, ladies. Yes, hey Sarah. You need a calorie deficit, but not one that's too deep, because most of you will go super deep. You need to understand where the sweet spot is for keeping you from not giving up because you're always starving. Hey Rena. Jojo. Said 5 as well. Cool. So here's number 1. Calorie deficit that keeps your metabolism running, but it doesn't get to the point where you can't do it anymore. Okay? 99% of you ladies, if I were to do a lifestyle assessment and a nutrition assessment, I would see that you're not eating enough protein. Like, simple as that. Yeah? You need more single ingredient foods, i.e. vegetables and fruits and things that aren't in packages. Yeah. Quality sleep is a must. Like, I can't explain how much of an impact sleep has on your ability to function, your ability to lose weight, to manage your hormonal situation, to recover from stress. Like, sleep is a game changer. And Donna, I don't know if she's here anymore in a minute, but we've managed to get Donna up from 4 or 5 hours sleep. She's now up at 8 hours sleep, and she feels amazing. Okay, because we've worked on sleep habits, sleep rituals, all that stuff, but also that sleep is an important thing. Okay, and then you need to strength train twice a week at least. Now, obviously, that depends on your situation, your ability to recover, so many factors, but you should be doing a good, proper strength program at least twice a week. Done. So, ladies, I'm going to leave you with this thought. Most of you have seen posts from me about what to do, how to do it, what to eat, all that stuff. You know it all. The bit that you're missing is the me bit, which is the bit that I can help you with, which is the how do you get started? How do you continue? Because, ladies, one of my big things is not actually the nutrition plan, the training plan. That's important. Get it. What's probably the most important bit is how quickly, when you drop off, how quickly you get back on the horse. And if you've been the person that's always been like, oh, diet starts another Monday, no, I get you back on it the next day so that you can actually keep making progress. Questions, ladies? Hit me with your questions. You've got me for another 10-15 minutes. Hit me with all your questions. I think I've pretty much crossed this one. Woo-hoo. It's like, honestly, I think a lot of you were expecting something different. The issue for most of you isn't that you need something new, is that you need to do the basics, and the basics really well. That's how you get results. So any other questions, ladies? Okay, looks like I can go and chill. Woo! Awesome. So ladies, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop a link to my calendar in this. I'll drop it at the bottom of this, and I'll do that because I have capacity to take on a few more ladies who really want to change and get the results that they really want. So I'll drop that in there. You can book in a call. My pleasure, Rena. Rena, did that make sense? First of all, yeah. Do you understand now why the challenges of being here? And I think I said it to Rena earlier. Like, I'm the stabilizer. I'm the stabilizer on your bike. Yeah, the stabilizer that gets you from being scared of getting on the bike to riding it and then being able to take the stabilizers off. That's what I do. But do it properly so that you can win at this for ages, so that you don't get stuck all the time. Awesome. So I'm going to drop a link to my calendar, ladies. I'm going to tell you now, I'll only take people who are really interested in actually getting the results. Like, if you're talking the good game, but you're not ready, don't hit the link. If you're ready to change and you're like fed up of all the things you're trying and you need to actually just get this nailed now so we can sort your health out, get you feeling good, get you in the pictures, get you not having to try another diet next week, then I'll put the link in and we can have a chat about how I might be able to help you. Right, I'm going to go and have a quick bite to eat, ladies, I've got my client group call in a minute. But thank you, hope this has been useful, and I look forward to hearing from some of you. Talk soon.